Testing, testing, testing again. Testing, testing. Come on, come on. Testing, 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 testing. You scratch my eye for a second. What? I didn't really do shit all day. I went to the store. I went to Dollar Tree. They have tons of Easter candy left there. Just Easter candy. Yeah, they have tons of Easter candy there. I mean, I think there's a flood of Easter candy right now. And I always like those chocolate eggs that are wrapped in foil with rice in them. I always love those, so I had to get some more of those. I've been eating them like a fiend, which is not good, but I love them. I always love my sweets. And then I decided to take a little ride, and then I went to the Butcher Block store to get some homemade Slim Jims, which are big beef sticks. They're about that big and about that thick. They're very good. They cost $10 a pound, but so I only buy them in moderation because otherwise, if I bought them all the time, it would just cost a fortune. And then I went past the park. Oh, what a clusterfuck that was! They banned the parks, but apparently people did not listen. They had the entrance to the park roads barricaded, but people just parked their cars on the streets across the street, and they just walked in the park and just did their own thing. And after reading and after watching Facebook, the comments and stuff, I guess tomorrow, um, the sheriff is gonna they're gonna put a complete they're gonna have a complete ban on the parks. Luckily, everybody did what they had to do in the parks today, so tomorrow, when the full ban comes, then they don't have to do anything at the parks. So, yeah, in my opinion, I mean they they barricade the roads, but there's still some roads of the park that are still open. So people could just go down the road, past the parkway, and at the very end, and at the very end, at the very dead end of the street, there is um at the very dead end of the street, there's like a fork in the road, and that that fork that's going towards the park is not barricaded. And in my opinion, they may order the parks closed, but it's going to take a lot of people to babysit the parks. I mean, somebody to sit there in a squad car or a parks truck, it costs taxpayer money. So, I mean, there's not going to be enough people to babysit the parks. And tomorrow, people are probably going to be walking in the parks, and the authorities wouldn't care. They wouldn't give a shit because, I mean, they limit people, and if so many people come, then they just decide to say, "Screw it, let everybody in. I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't control this." Like I said, there's not enough people to babysit the parks, to watch the parks, to kick people out. Um, there's not enough people to watch over the parks. And I mean, it costs taxpayer money to have somebody sit there in a squad car or a parks department truck just to keep the eye on the park, just to keep their eyes on the park. So I predict people are still going to be walking in the parks tomorrow, regardless of what the sheriff says. Just a bunch of crap. I think the parks are fine as long as people don't overdo it. I mean, if some kids are playing football on a lawn, um, that's fine because they're moving around all the time. They're not huddled together all the time. I mean, with this coronavirus thing, you got to keep a safe distance, social distancing. And if people are playing football, they're not going to be huddled around all the time together. They're going to be up the field, down the field, up the field, down the fields. So yeah, I think the parks are fine as long as people don't overdo it. Like the golf course. I mean, there's down the road by the golf course, just golfers there all the time. And golfers are not huddled together. It's not like Caddyshack where they were having a tournament and everybody was huddled together. I mean, people are playing golf. People are playing golf out there, and they're not huddled or clustered in with a bunch of other golfers. They golf amongst themselves. Maybe with a buddy. Who knows? I tried golfing. The sport really wasn't for me. Golfing. No. I tried that close to 20 years ago. I did golf at the course down here. The first time I golfed at a course, it was this course in Racine, and they were charging They were charging $40 for 18 holes and a cart. And honestly, I had a little bit of sticker shock. $40 for 18 holes and a cart. Honestly, I had more fun driving the golf cart than I actually did playing that golf game. Yeah. Yeah, driving that golf cart was fun. It was really fun. And then I had to search around for my other fellow golfers that I was with. I had to search around for their balls. And I just wasn't in the mood. I was just into myself. I mean, if I golfed by myself, I would look for my own balls. I just did not like the idea of looking for others' balls. I know that's kind of selfish, but I'm just lazy. I don't give a crap. I mean, if you're golfing, if you hit a ball someplace, you should be able to find it. As far as golfing, I really sucked at driving, but I was really good at chipping. And the guys that I was golfing with at the time, they were amazed how well I chipped because there weren't really many good chippers around. But I just had a natural feeling for it. But I drove like shit. I guess former baseball players, like hitters, if they're golfing in their retirement ages, um, they're usually pretty good drivers because they got the arm strength to swing. And when I was hitting balls at the driving range, I wasn't hitting them very far. But going to the driving range, it's more fun than golfing, I think. I'm sitting and relaxing in my house, just sipping some Kool-Aid, I guess, whatever it's called, sugar-free stuff. I'm just finishing it off. I got done eating a Cousin's sub. I had a coupon for Cousins. Usually Cousins is very expensive, but Cousins has good subs. Um, but I rarely buy from Cousins unless I have a coupon. It's the same with Arby's. I mean, Arby's is freaking expensive. But yeah. Um, yeah, Arby's is pretty expensive. Um, kind of wish there was a Popeyes chicken around here. There's a KFC, but in my opinion, it would be nice to have a Popeyes chicken. Um, I remember going to the Racine Popeyes chicken a few times, and